Hey, good morning. This is Mike, and I would like to have a trip with you through my equipment we are using for the small Arctic challenge in north of Sweden with about 7 people. And I would like to here introduce you to all the equipment you see over here. We started to pack yesterday evening with the Germans. We are an international team of Spanish and German people, and welcome to the show. I'm a little bit tired because we worked very long last night, and we will start today going from Berlin to the north of Sweden. And we packed nearly everything. I'm still waiting for the Spanish people. You see up here they haven't packed their Kungsleden yet, but we will do it soon. They arrive around 11, I hope, and do the rest. And in the late afternoon we are starting to go up north. But let's start with some equipment stuff maybe you're interested in. But first of all, we start with our skis. This is the backcountry stuff we are using, the different types of skis. And of course it's snowing in Berlin. That's not normal. And in February, of course, in the end of February, there's some snow, not typical. We have some backcountry skis up here, and we are using these kinds of bindings. It's a special one you can use with normal boots. We are using the Canadian boots because I have a good experience with this kind of boots, and also with the binding. We are going on normal tracks, so nothing very difficult. So we can go with these kinds of bindings. And let me count if there are enough skis for all of us. We have Svens, we have, who's this? This must be Corinna, Javi, Mike, this is Christian, this is Till, and this must be Roche. Oh, this must be Roche. We will see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 skis. Wonderful. And let's go back in, much more warmer. Iron Man is not coming with us. My little son play with his stuff at the moment a lot. But we have one pulk over here, and this is a pulk of Javi. Javi is one of the Spanish people, and we have a lot of equipment. Let me show what's inside here. Very important. Now you can see 20 degrees up here, and I hope that it's not getting so cold, but we are prepared for everything. A lot of food in this one. You can see, just for snack stuff and extra noodles for the very hungry people. This is what I'm trying is to have everything packed in the Kungsleden in different bags, because then it's not a crowd of whatever in the Kungsleden. So you have a little system in your pulk that you can, when we going from the pulk, from the day tour into the tent, we can only have a pack our bags like this, lift it up and bring it very quickly in the tent, so that we don't have to bring all these the snowy stuff into the tent, and much more easier, I would say, for the team, that everything is organized in these kind of bags. Yes. Why do I'm sitting here next to the couch? I'm sitting the whole day in the car. Let's go further with Javi's pulk. Yeah, we have, this is the cooking stuff. This is, everybody has a mattress. I can tell you something about the sleeping stuff. We're using thin mattress. This is a double mat, it's called. So it's 1 meter by 2 meters. So a lot of guys using kind of this, because then we have enough space on this kind of mattress that we are not getting a cold butt. And next to, within the mattress, I also use this kind of saw for building snow walls and so on against storm if we have. And it's much more quiet inside the tent when there is a little break for the storm we have. And yeah, next to the cooking bag, you can see there is this blue bag directly in the colors of Sweden. And this is all the stuff for the stove. We are using some firewood, and there is a stuff inside we will use. Normally, the last expeditions I haven't gone with this kind of stove, but when I was with my kids 2 winters ago, very little kids, only the age was about 6 and 8. We also had a long weekend in the snow, and I used the first time a stove in the tent, and it was very cozy for about us and for the kids. They had a lot of fun in the tent. Outside it was -17, I would say. Yes, -17, and inside the tent we had a temperature between 10 and 15 plus. So this was very cozy for all of us. Of course, during the night it's getting cold again, and when the stove is off, within 10 minutes all the warm air is gone, but then you are sleeping in your warm sleeping bags. So we have with Javi's pulk, for the team equipment, the stove stuff and also the kitchen stuff. I use a lot of stuff like this to have muesli inside, and also milk powder and so on, so that we can mix our own muesli. And yeah, this is the pulk sled of Corinna, the woman we have in our team. And it's also completely packed, and I don't want to pack it all out, but she has only her equipment and some food, of course, for the whole team. What I'm doing a lot is at the moment going with only a rope for the pulk. You're pulling the rope and not going with the hard stuff. I learned it only with the rope, so maybe this is why I'm using only the rope. It's for me it's much more easier. But we have these pulks. Nearly all the pulks have a weight about 30 to 40 kilos. The bigger ones will have 40 kilos, and the little ones will have about I hope only 30 kilos. That may be enough. This will be Christian's pulk sled, or Jorge's pulk sled. They are coming soon. They are not packed yet, so that they can do it by their own. It's much more better to know what's inside your pulk. And yeah, that's why only the Germans have packed yet. So we have Till's pulk sled. So this is all the stuff Till is using in front of the pulk. So all his gear, trousers, jacket, and the pulling stuff we are using, so that he's ready to go directly. This must be Christian's pulk sled, and this is Sven's pulk, and with mine. Yeah, it's too big, I would say, at the moment. But with mine is also not packed yet. But I can give you a short introduce to my pulk sled. Of course, we're using thermo bottles. This is my photo equipment I'm using. This is also stuff for the muesli. And you can see everything is, nearly everything is packed in bags so that we can do it very quickly. We have a big tent with us. Also the Tentipi I'm still using since several years. For me it's very important to have a strong tent because this is the only time we can relax. And you know, when you have done winter tour up in the north, the storms or the wind, even only wind, it can be very difficult. You cannot see so much anymore because of whiteouts and so on. So we are using a good tent to have a good rest for about nearly 12 hours or more because it's getting dark earlier. So that's why I'm choosing a good tent, a strong tent, that I don't have to be afraid in the middle of the night that the tent is gone. And with Tentipi I have very good experience because we used it on Svalbard. Maybe you remember some other video stuff of me. And I used it also at high altitude, the Tentipi Onyx tent. It was also very strong and tough with all these conditions up there in the high altitude. With this tent and also with in the cold, I used special snow packs. You can find these snow packs also with other brands, of course. Some I'm using. It must be coming out. Yes, there it is. But I will show you. And you see, this is a tick of mine. I have to mark everything. Everything is marked. I think there are not so much people when we are out there, and so you cannot. You're not sitting in front of all your stuff and would say, is it this team or is it this team? But I mark everything because then maybe I find it a little bit better in the snow or when you're out there in the woods, and when you have something like this, you find everything much more quickly. This is also why I marked all these snow packs also with special color. And yeah, you can see there will be a lot of these snow packs. It's a big tent, and this is why I'm using a lot of snow packs also. Some you are losing in the snow, of course, because sometimes the snow is very deep, and the snow storm during the night, you will miss some in the morning when you pack everything back in the pulk sled. Yeah, this is our tent we will use for about nearly 2 weeks for this trip. What I can tell you is the most of the team, they haven't done something like this before. So we are organizing since 2 months. So we have a lot of talks and a lot of a big WhatsApp chat at the moment with a lot of pictures, funny stuff, and also interesting stuff. So we try to explain everything and to give them a good experience out there in the cold. The most of them, they haven't done something like this, and also haven't slept with these temperatures out in a tent. But I would say we are prepared. We are prepared for up to minus 35 degrees Celsius, and I would say it's possible to go this round trip with them and having no problems. I've made a plan B and plan C for everything, and but when we have a good rest and a good night, then nothing can happen, because we are in a good mode on the next morning, and everybody is fine and had a good sleep. For the sleep, as you can see in my pork sled, again we have this double mat again, and on this double mat I'm using these down mats. I really like, because they are very comfy for me. I'm over 40 now, and I like to sleep good, but I would also say with 25 during the trips I wanted also to have a good sleep. And the cold is coming from the ground. It's not coming from the air. The cold is coming from the ground, and so you have to have a good mattress for your sleep. I will make a short break to see if my camera is still working. Yeah, it's working. Okay, back to the mattress. I found out when you have a good sleep, you have a much more better day. So that's why it's also important to have a good sleep. And we're using this thin layer mattress above the big down mattress, as you can see here. And in your sleeping bag we have your VBL, so it's a barrier liner for your wet stuff coming out of your body through the night. And in this VBL we are using a silk inlet, a sleeping bag, so very thin stuff, and you can have your VBL and also the silk layer in the morning, just to do something like this with your sleeping bag system, and then all the wet stuff is coming out. And also with the silk you can dry it on your body during the day, and or when there's some snow, not snow, some sun, then you have more extra power from the sun, and it can also dry the silk, the dark silk inlet very quickly. We are using these Canadian boots. Mine looking like this, very warm stuff, and you can see we eat a lot. Another bottle for the muesli we will have in the morning. And I would say when you have a good breakfast, you are much more stronger for the day, and you can hold these heavyweight stuff, of course. And with this again in Swedish colors branded bag, we can have a look inside. You can see my VBL looking like this. It's a basket, a trash basket material, a strong one, and I like. And normally during 2 weeks nothing happens. After 2 weeks the tape or the gaffer can go or can break a little bit, and a lot of wet is coming through. But yeah, I'm using this, and in my blue bag there's all this material. All the clothes I'm using, a lot of fleece and merino wool stuff, another big jacket. So we're using big jacket, and above this down jacket we have another parka, so with a rough material, so we could go into the woods, and the normal down jacket is not destroyed by the woods. So that's why I like to use this kind of strong material. And yeah, this is the stuff I will walk with. Just the trousers, the harness system, also some wool. I like wool at the moment. It's every time warm, the material, and it's not really lightweight, but for this powerful gloves or all the other stuff, the underwear with merino wool, for example, it's I don't have to carry so much other stuff with me, because the merino wool is a good material, and it's stand for me about 2 weeks. I can go with 2 weeks with the same underwear, and nothing is smelling so much when you want to hear it directly. Yeah, this is a part of all the stuff. What we will do now is to pack everything in the car, go to the ferry, and go up north. Today we will buy some more muesli stuff and also some snacks again. Then I hope we arrive in 2 or 3 days in the north. It's a long ride, I know, but we are 7 people in the car, so we can have a little bit change for driving. And yes, you can see what I'm seeing at the moment under my table. I really like this stuff. This is to make all the clothes waterproof. So also the sleeping bag in the food area, and also in this area you can have here where you have your brass. Also I make everything waterproof, also the shoes again, and the down jackets, to make everything waterproof. Of course it's freezing all the time when you're going on the winter tour, so normally no rain is coming, but I found out when you're sitting in the snow, or when you have your knees like this in this area, it's getting warm, and then water is on your clothes, and when the clothes are not so waterproof anymore because they are some years old and so on, you can have a problem, because on the next morning everything is frozen and it's cold to go inside. So I make everything waterproof with this kind of spray, and I really like, and I spray everything nearly, also the gloves, and nearly all the stuff what I'm not having directly around my nose and mouth, but all the other stuff it's sprayed waterproof with this kind of, it's in German it's called Imprägniermittel, but I would say when you asking for waterproof spray, then everybody knows what you're looking for. Yeah, this is the stuff we are using. I will let you know when I have forgot important part. Maybe we can have some video also during the trip, and I can tell you more about the cooking stuff and so on. Have fun, have a good week, and enjoy your planning of your winter tour. Thank you.